yo, is it just me? But I was telling my partner, like, you know, she's introducing herself into, like, I ain't even gonna say, a lot of y'all don't realize, like, recognizing the real world. But when you're literally trying to step out and be authentic in any type of career setting or trying to pioneer something, you are literally in a position where people are dispositioned or at a place of discomfort because they have literally created lies. They have lied to themselves so much, they have literally created identity and a false identity or false empowerment around lies. Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. I was telling her, and congratulations to her, y'all, can I say that? Like, what you are, like, because she recently became a yoga instructor through all of, certified through all of this shit that has been going on that I've been telling y'all about. But what I give her that's real and raw, and I tell her, I said, when you are coming into something with the world has transitioned and shifting what they're going through, you have to learn, and I'm expressing to her, because even though there's a 5-year age difference, that still is a different generation that most people don't realize. 89 is on the where I was born, and her 94. My 89 is completely different than 94, because what you can do within a year, 6 months, even 5 years can make a completely different experience. Not only just my, being darker in this country and her being the opposite. I be giving her real raw gems like, listen, if you came to the trenches, if you came to the certain hood or whatever, they will look at you as if you're a probation officer, a detective, people who work for government or, CPS or something. Simply because a lot of people who only have seen people that look like her or a woman, of a lighter complexion, only come in for some type of, to benefit some type of way from, things to support in that type of way, whether governmentally and so forth. It is not her fault. At the same time, when I'm telling her, like, if you're going to introduce yourself with some type of certification, and even into that world, into that even climate or demographic or environment that's unfamiliar to the yoga world, where a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of them have not been authentic in their approach or with integrity. I was letting her know real and raw, like, when you look at yoga, you don't usually see the old narrative of how it's, like, was used, or the ancient way of it, like the ancient teachings. Yoga, for one, is universal. It really signifies oneness because it reflects the body, the oneness and reconnecting with your body, the chakra system and so forth, the spiritual part of the body, the emotional part, the traumas, the blockages. I can go on and on. But I be letting her know, like, listen, you're going to be dealing with women who have lied to themselves for so long, who created an identity around lying to themselves. And then how that looks can be from women that are darker, who don't even know nothing about yoga, who have some of the most deepest traumas. I'm letting her know, when you are introducing, if you go into the hood or going somewhere and you try to introduce yoga to some of these women who have had so many blockages in their hips, so stiff because they have been displaced, because they have been in the work environment for so long, and their grandmothers and great grandmothers have been in a position where they don't even know what it is, what the root chakra represents. They don't even know what it is. What's some type of poses? The dog pose. What else? Just give me some.
Goddess pose.
And it's not to say that there aren't yoga instructions out there that are darker, that are geared towards supporting people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying from a lens of a country or an environment who has looked to her to idolize, to see her as a beauty standard. So I'm giving her gems like, listen, you go into these environments, these are women, for one, who are not in tune with themselves.
Hi.
And it's the intention. Because I mentioned before how Venus is ruled, women are ruled by Venus, and that Venus attributes is honesty, attention, and pleasure. So for one, how they even view attention, pleasure, and honesty, there's already more than just introducing yoga. You're talking about um, the aspect going into there and just your confidence or just your aura, just your presence alone is going to highlight so much for so many other people simply because of what they have experienced from women that look like you. Building some type of mutual trust. So I'm giving her look, you can't just be going to that thing. It's just gonna be, you can be you, but at the same time be honest. And being honest and being walking in authenticity and integrity is going to trigger a lot of people. And so, in certain demographics where certain things haven't been introduced like that, that can be very challenging for a lot of people. So I'm dropping on her like, listen, you are going into settings where these are women who have been treated, darker women who have been treated less valuable than you, a woman that look like you. So that would be challenging for them to even look at you and be like, you think I'm finna listen to this? And I'm gonna say, white woman? Or you think I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I really care? So it's very much different when I'm expressing to her, like, in certain demographics, these are women who have been, for the last 50, 100, for so long, who have been treated less like dehumanized in every way, haven't been honest with themselves, or again from a society and women that look like you and men that look like you, like lighter shades, who haven't been honest. They haven't got as much attention as you have. Their pleasures in life hasn't been nothing like yours because the focus has been more focused on a woman who looks like you. So your approach in that, you're gonna see the real and raw, what really people are battling with, like things that you don't see. So for a lot of people, when you're trying to pioneer something, when you're trying to step into a setting and you can't hide from you no more, let me tell you, the world is shifting more and more rapidly into authenticity and into integrity, because as much as people want to sit here and pretend as if it isn't, a lot of y'all masks are going to completely fall, and a lot of y'all going to realize that when it do come to women, when I say they look like her, and you see the men that stood in the back and how much the women that are a lot of shade, have supported the men who have kept people and wanted to keep people feeling less valuable or less or dehumanizing them, or make them feel like they're not basically that they shouldn't be embraced, or they shouldn't be loved, or they shouldn't be treated like a human being. And so again, the perspectives are gonna look completely different from everyone. So I just want to let y'all know, listen, don't ever think I be giving her, like, listen, don't go in here and fall flat on your face. There are going to be people who are going to not like you for no reason, and some people don't even know the reason they don't even like you. It's going to be literally their insecurities are so loud. But other than that, like, if you care about yourself and you care about the people in your life and your partners and so forth, if you love yourself, you're going to, like, share with them, let them know, like, the possibility of, basically, like, give them a forewarning. Like, don't go in there with an expectation like everyone's supposed to accept you and embrace you. No, go in that. I almost said something. Go in that, it's like being yourself. You better know how to be you, because you're going into environments where a lot of you that's pioneering things, and the same thing with me. You go into environments where the world has been consumed or has, like, lived a life for so long, praise and idolize people who have lived a life for so long, who have built communities on living a lie of not being authentic, who have built communities, corporations, in a world simply around being inauthentic, inauthentic. Whew, that word every time I say it. But not being honest with themselves. So again, whatever you're doing in pioneering, be honest with you first. Be honest. Go into that shit uncomfortable. You gotta learn to be in those settings that are uncomfortable until you be confident. You gotta go in there with confidence. Your confidence has to be built in the uncomfortable places. I'm telling you some real shit. That's some learning of being in the shelter. Confidence while I still gotta create art, create my videos. Confidence of being in predominantly neighborhoods that don't look like me. I still got to be confident as a darker man or a man specifically, or just a human being. So for me, I'm not going to dim my light. And I wouldn't tell her outside of her skin color not to dim your light. Be honest with you first. Because this is moments where women are going to be seeking out that don't look like you, authentic connections. And, you know, they're going to realize this how deep it is. They're gonna realize how inauthentic, basically, you know what I'm trying to say, how inauthentic like people have been amongst their own race. You keep thinking people are unified. Y'all keep thinking that certain races are unified just because of their color. Everybody don't like certain politicians. Everyone don't like the same foods. Everyone don't like certain things. So what makes y'all think that everyone is unified just because of the way they look? Oh, the focus is you being unified with yourself and then unified with other people who are coming to alignment and balance with themselves, so you can build a community with people who reflect the same core values, who are honest with themselves. This is a moment for the divine masculine and feminine to rise within us all, so that you, as women, as younger women and men, can recognize the fact that it starts with you, and also so you can build amongst people, again, who can first, going back to the Venus and Mars aspect, until women start being honest with themselves, that's when you'll start building honest communities. No matter your creed and culture. Because it don't matter if you go into the trenches. I was telling my partner, I was like, listen, it don't matter who I was with, no matter their color. The most dishonest people I met was people that are darker shade. And guess what? I've been in environments where people are a lighter shade. They're the most dishonest too. No matter how perfect their neighborhoods look. No matter how perfect their neighborhoods look, you don't know what they got going on. You don't know what they're hiding. You don't know what they did to get there. So, yeah, I just want to share that with y'all. Don't ever, just go into that shit. When you pioneer something, it don't supposed to look perfect. Just be honest. Just be you. You don't supposed to have all the pieces to the puzzle. Take care of yourself. Peace and blessings. Shalom.